Good morning and welcome to another nutrition demonstration. Today I'll be showing you how to make vegetable fried quinoa with tofu. So for that you'll need obviously your quinoa, cooked quinoa, and you're gonna need some pimento seeds, steak seasoning, dried parsley, some paprika, lamb seasoning, soy sauce, uh, olive oil, garlic, onion, tofu, some mixed veg. This has got green peas, string beans, corn, and carrots. You're also gonna need some bouillon powder and some water. Okay, so what you need to do is get a half a cup of quinoa. Cook that according to the instructions on the packet. Usually it takes 20 minutes. And cook it in salted water. And then you're going to make the marinade for the tofu. I'm going to use my food processor, but you can also use a blender to do this. So I'm going to put garlic. So I've got 3 cloves of garlic, which has already been crushed. And then 1 chopped onion. Steak seasoning, so that's half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of dried oregano. 1 teaspoon of paprika. 1 teaspoon of the lamb seasoning. I can show you the lamb seasoning that I'm using. It's just salt and herbs. And the same for the steak seasoning. It's salt and herbs as well. And then some pimento seeds. I've got 10 pimento seeds in here. So put that in. And then 1.5 teaspoons of soy sauce. Also, we're going to put 5 teaspoons of water. And then blend. You're going to blend it until you get a puree texture. Okay, just going to show you what I've got here. So I'm going to leave that for now because I've already done, I did some previously, so I'll show you that. I'll put that aside. So what I've done is marinated some of the tofu in the marinade. So I used 100 grams of the tofu and I've cut it in cubes. Right, so once you do that, you can leave it for probably about 1 to 2 hours, or you don't have to leave it at all to soak for too long because you're going to put it in the oven. I soaked this overnight. It's best to leave it overnight because the ingredients then soak into the tofu, because tofu is usually bland and tasteless. So this you're going to put on a baking tray with greaseproof paper. So this was marinated overnight, as I said before. Put it on the greaseproof paper, spread it out evenly. There we go. And then you're going to place it in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, which is the same as 356 degrees Fahrenheit, or a gas mark 4. So I'm going to place this in the oven. and you let that bake for 20 to 25 minutes. Then when you remove it, that should be ready. I'll just show you one that I baked earlier. So that was baked for 20 to 25 minutes. So then we need a pot, turn on the heat so that we can do the stir fry now. So you put the 2 tablespoons of oil in a pot. And then you're going to add another crushed garlic, which I've got here. And then this is another small onion chopped. And the 3/4 cup of mixed vegetables. Okay. Then you let that saute for about 2 minutes. I'm going to turn my heat up so we can get this going. And then I'm going to add the tofu in. Keep stirring. Then I've got 1/2 teaspoon of bouillon powder. Should have added in. And as was mentioned before in previous demonstrations, that tofu is a complete protein, meaning it contains all the 9 essential amino acids. And it's a good source of fiber as well. And it also has omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants. So it's quite good for you. It also helps to lower your total cholesterol and also the LDL, which is the bad cholesterol. So it's good for your heart. All right. Then I'm going to add the quinoa, which is already boiled and cooked. Right, the quinoa in and stir again. Okay, and quinoa, just to remind you, is a complete or nearly a complete protein, as some would debate. And it's also a good source of folate, magnesium, manganese, copper, zinc, phosphorus, and copper. Also rich in fiber as well. All right, and then I'm going to add, that's 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, and keep stirring. So basically, keep this on the heat for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then it should be ready. Okay, I'm just going to show you. There we go. So I'll leave that on the heat to cook some more. I'm going to show you one that I had already prepared, as you can see here. So that's the vegetable fried quinoa with tofu. I've put some spring onion on top as garnish, and also it's got some sesame seeds, which are excellent source of manganese and calcium. So I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration, and thank you for coming again. Goodbye.